a encontrar. Soy así, ya es muy tarde para cambiar. Yo no espero nada, vivo sin rumbo. Solo quiero amar cada segundo. Soy aquel.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Little Less Fear podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Lino Martinez. And today I am doing an episode about what has transpired in the last year podcasting because actually December 28th, 2024, which was just 2 weeks ago, made my fourth year podcasting. And so much has changed in the last 4 years. I mean, what I do every year is I do a happy 1 year anniversary, happy two, happy 3 year anniversary, and happy 4 year anniversary update podcast to bring my listeners and even myself present and to see how far we've all come together collectively as a world, as just friends, as in inquiries or whatever it has been. It's been a collection of togetherness. And it's been really a beautiful connection that I have found myself in through podcasting. And for all of you tuning in for the first time, I started podcasting because I survived a rare genetic disease, and that's actually what inspired me to push my energy forward. Surviving a rare genetic disease called Muckle-Wells syndrome, that's statistically 1 in a million, having over 40 surgeries in under 12 years of my life from ages 30 to 42. And I still have surgeries to this day. And so, very minor surgeries now. They're just what I call maintenance surgeries. But it's been quite a roller coaster with my health. But for the most part, I've been really grateful and in the attitude of gratitude because I have something that I can share with the world and educate them that suffering doesn't equate pain and pain doesn't equate suffering. And I've learned this through self love, through meditations, through reaching out through people, through Buddhism, and through finding a commonality of all spirituality. And that's the common denominator, which is love. And love is creation, love is what brings us together, love is what invokes passion and motivation and cohesiveness and growth and joy and bliss and even grief. And so, geez, yes, happy 4 years to a Little Less Fear podcast. Thank you for all the listeners that have supported this podcast and all the incredible guests that I've had on this show. There's 273 episodes that have been released, I believe four in Spanish, two in American Sign Language. There's over 17,000 downloads and probably more, but I just, I kind of lost count. I don't look at the statistics every day because I'm really enjoying what I do. This energy has been a blessed energy, and it's been an alignment of things that just keep happening from synchronicities to coincidences and people that are on the show. There's always some type of commonality, and there's just a lot that I've learned collectively in the last 4 years. And even just looking back at even what I look like 4 years ago, I don't even look the same. And because of that, I know that there's been a lot of growth, not just with me, but with the listeners, with the viewers, with the watchers, and throughout my life and everybody's life. And I wanted to share some of the incredible things that I've learned just in the last year, from year 3 to year 4. And so right now, currently, I live and I reside in Pasadena, California, and there are some incredible wild fires that are destroying a lot of Los Angeles, from the Hollywood Hills to the Palisades to Malibu to Altadena, Pasadena. And it's been a destruction that I've never seen in my life before. So close to home. I'm only about a mile away from everything. Currently, I'm in evacuation level 2, and if I get to 3, I have to evacuate. And yesterday, I was just in disbelief watching the footage of my community coming down to ashes and businesses coming down to ashes. People that have had their businesses for 50 plus years, homes that are over 100 years, historical homes built in 1888, 1800s, early 1900s. And I just couldn't help but just be in tears because I love the city and I love this community. And not only do I just love the city and the energy in the community, but I was just so heartbroken and hearing the stories and the people saying that they've lost everything. Some people don't even have fire insurance, It's like, how do you start over? How do you pick yourself up after such a incredible, I mean, just magnitude of loss, memories and pictures and things that belong to you since you were a kid, and if you grew up there, your household, I mean, just the walls, the walls could talk. They would just be telling you stories after stories, and happy memories, sad memories, just collectively in a house or even in a business, even just down the street, like it's all destroyed in ashes. And I'm not sure what the city's going to look like once all the fire subsides. I can imagine it's going to look like a ghost town. It's a city that's going to have to be rebuilt. And so it's really interesting energy to be in currently while I'm recording this, knowing that there's some destruction going on in a really close vicinity. The best that I can do right now is to maintain my safety and the safety of others, and make sure I don't drive in that area where firefighters are, and give them the room and the opportunity to help and save the community that's falling down in ashes at the moment. But also, this gives me the ability to be more grateful and to practice gratitude even more, and to be in a state of love, to raise my vibration, to raise the vibration of me and those around me collectively, to be in meditation and to pray for everybody going through this, and know that with loss, there's always a gain, and knowing that there's always people there that are willing to help and support one another to lift each other up out of these ashes and back into the sunlight, into the sunrise, and into the moon glow. We are still part of Earth, and you know, I just remember practicing a lot in Buddhism to not attach to things, because when you attach to things, it hurts more to lose it, and people identify with the things that they attach to. And so, this is definitely a great time to practice a bit of detachment and know that we are not the things that we own. We are not identified with the things that we own. We are not these things. We are more than that. We are light. We are love. And when our body is out, when we die, when we cross over, all of this stuff is going to be left here anyway. So it's really important to realize that nothing is permanent, everything is impermanent, and we never know when it's our time. We never know we're going to lose everything. And that's why it's important, when you're able to get a hold of your own energy and keep your energy, to know that when you actually lose things physically, you really haven't lost everything, because you still have yourself, your soul, you still have people around you, you've got angels, you've got spirit guides. There's still a lot of loving energy that's residing, even in the face of chaos, even in the face of destruction and loss. Just want to send everybody a lot of love, and my gratitude for everybody coming together and asking for help and asking how we're doing and if we need anything. My love and my heart goes to everybody, sending everybody um, just so much warm hugs, embrace, and support. So thank you everybody that's reached out, and just wishing everybody love right here so much. Also, it's just I just feel that I've grown so much this past year. It's There's just been a lot of awakening, and what I mean by awakening is a lot of realizations, a lot of epiphanies, and I've heard the cliche where a lot of people grow and learn when there's been a lot of loss, and it's been so for me as well. In this last year of podcasting, my brother passed away, crossed over to the other side of cancer. Ezekiel Martinez Jr. He was a filmmaker. He wrote Pirates of the Caribbean. Captain Jack Sparrow was his character. I mean, he's an incredible talent. And just aside from his talent, he was my brother. He was one of my best friends, and my only sibling. And so it's been devastating to me to lose my brother. Although I know that ultimately the for real deal here is that he's not lost. He's just out of his body, and his energy is ever present, ever existent, and eternal, just as all of our energy is eternal, but the body is impermanent. And so I try to get myself to think this and go back to this reality every time I start to feel the heavy grief. And so grief has been surrounding me a lot this last year. Also, the loss of a student of mine took her life, and it's there's just been a lot of loss that has been circling around me, and it just invites me to get closer to my heart. And as you can hear that, that is my cell phone warning us as we speak of the emergency that we're in here. An evacuation warning is actually what it's saying as I'm recording here, but I'm still at level 2, which means I'm still in the clear. So yes, we are in a state of emergency, and I need to be vigilant and be ready for anything. And I just really had to record this episode because I know that part of keeping going in life and keeping myself out of a rut meaning getting stuck in a hole of what ifs. I need to go back to what I love, and doing what I love is this. I love podcasting. I love speaking to people. I love teaching. I love being a professor. I love my students, and I'm really looking forward to go back to school, which is next week. So, meanwhile, I ask myself, what's next? How do we move forward from grief? How do we move forward from loss? And the only thing that comes to me is just to keep going by raising my vibration, by keeping my frequency at a higher state. How does one keep the frequency at a higher state when they're feeling stuck? And feeling lost and feeling grief. It's a question that I often ask myself, and I bounce back with friends, and I bounce ideas with myself, even, and just going back to the things that I really love. And the things that I really love is poetry and connecting with people, talking to people, and sharing ideas, being creative, and singing, and just connection, and connection. Clarity, I've also found, has comes from rest. There's been times in my life where it's been really difficult to stop what I'm doing because I get into this go, 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 go mentality. And when it's actually time for me to relax, I haven't known how. How do I relax when I'm constantly on the go and I'm constantly doing social media or getting ready for class or working out, exercising, talking to friends and family, connecting? And it's like a go, go, go world that we live in. And when I've come to the point, I'm given the opportunity to rest and relax, it's like I'm on flight and fight, and it's really difficult for me to be present because my mind is still thinking, keep going, keep going, keep going. But when I'm finally able to take a deep breath and relax and get really present with my environment, my surroundings, the mountains, the ocean, trees, plants, my breath, my heart rate, and really being grateful and getting in that attitude of gratitude, I am then able to really realize that rest is one of the most important things that we could do to heal ourselves. Full, complete rest. If you're not getting full, complete sleep, rest in the day. If you're not getting enough rest in the day, try to get a full, complete sleep. Whatever it takes to do things naturally. And naturally meaning without the use of substances to get yourself to go to sleep, unless, of course, you medically cannot and you need it and you do have the doctor's recommendation for it and you're doing it safely. But it's just really important for you to raise your vibration and to have a healthy mental diet. And also with the healthy mental diet on a daily basis, what are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your brain? A healthy mind and a healthy diet is feeding yourself affirmations, being positive and loving to yourself, and making sure that you're not putting junk in your mind, kind of like junk food. But what kind of diet are you putting in your mind? And junk food would translate to junk thoughts in your mind, such as life sucks, or I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. And just really changing that to I am good enough, I am deserving, I am loving, and catching yourself anytime you start having junk thoughts. Catch yourself, that's a junk thought. I'm gonna give myself something healthy, a healthy boost here, a healthy shot. A healthy shot is a healthy thought. Healthy thought, I am deserving of all good things in life, and all good things in life are coming to me every day synchronistically and in the perfect order that it's meant to. Really trusting that everything is happening because of you, everything's happening for you, and also understanding that there are laws in the universe that are working in your favor. The universe is always going to give you what you want, and whether or not you're even aware of what you're asking for the universe, just remember that if you say you're not good enough, the universe has your support 100%. If you say you're not good enough, the universe is going to support you in you not being good enough. But if you tell the universe that you're good enough, then the universe will show you that you're good enough. The universe is here to support you unconditionally. Unconditionally meaning no matter what you're thinking and no matter who you are, no matter what you look like. That's why it's really important. to slow down and take a look at your thoughts. Observe, be the observer of your thoughts. Go in a bird's eye view, look down. How am I acting? What am I saying? Does my body, speech, and mind align? And do I speak what I think and think what I speak? Does it what aligns and what doesn't align? What is true for you? What is not true for you? What is authentic for you? What is authentic for you? What is inauthentic for you? And when I speak that of authenticity, I mean what is true for you, what feels right for you, what brings you joy and bliss and alignment, calm, peace, and am I people pleasing? A lot of people are not even aware that they're people pleasing all the time, trying to do things for others. And even you not being authentic to yourself and even quieting your voice, quieting your demeanor of who you are, that's a form of people pleasing. When you step away from people pleasing and do things to please yourself, all for your greater good and the greater good of all involved, things start to align for you. Everything that you put out, you get back into the universe. Whether it's good or bad, or however you want to define it, you're gonna get it back. And just remember that everybody is deserving of all good things. You are deserving of all good things in life that life has to offer. What I've learned a lot about within the last year as well is trusting synchronicities, having unwavering belief that I'm creating the life that I desire. And even if I'm getting the mode of negative thinking, I'm telling the universe that that is what I'm desiring. And so I need to go back and switch that negative thought because a lot of us are in this pattern and this pattern of it's taken years to be able to undo these knots of negative thinking, but we can all do this by creating new neural pathways in our brain. We can all do this by self affirmations. And a lot of the times, just saying the self affirmation isn't enough. What you actually really need to do is feel the self affirmation and keep saying it. Keep saying it. Today's a wonderful day. It is wonderful. I am wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. And just see where that thought takes you. Try meditating at night. And if you don't like meditating, just try with a certain sentence, one sentence. Today is a wonderful day. Or it's a wonderful thing. You can start by saying it's a wonderful thing. Even if you don't know what is a wonderful thing at the moment, keep saying it to your mind. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. And change your tone as you say it. Change your tone saying it aloud or even in your mind. Change your tone, and when you start changing your tone, you will feel it. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Next thing you know, you'll start adding to that wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing that I'm able to smile. It's a wonderful thing that I can walk outside. It's a wonderful thing that my heart is still beating. It's a wonderful thing that I can see. It's a wonderful thing that I have friends. It's a wonderful thing that I can express myself. It's a wonderful thing that I'm able to love you. It's a wonderful thing that I love myself. And when you get into it's a wonderful feeling, you will start realizing that that is the attitude of gratitude. Being in a state of attitude of gratitude is being in the state of receiving. Being in a state of receiving, meaning receiving the things you desire the most, receiving what you asked for, receiving what you prayed for, receiving your desires. We all deserve to receive our desires. And the one thing that opens up that window of opportunity is being in the attitude of gratitude. When you are in the attitude of gratitude, walls come down, resistances are held down, held back, and you're able to allow in that energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. It's also important what I have found that's helped me out quite a bit, and I know that it's helped a lot of people, is to realize that it's important to not judge people as it is also important to not judge energy. So if you're being really negative about things, it's important to not judge that energy of negativity because all energy is equal energy. Whether it's a negative energy or a positive energy, energy is energy. And the amount of attention that we give something, we give momentum to. So if we are in a state of negativity and we give more momentum to it, it's going to be harder to slow down that momentum and bring it back to something positive. The universe doesn't know that it's negative or positive. It's only going to give you more of what you've built momentum to. And so if you get into the attitude of negativity, try to catch yourself and say, hang on a minute, I can stop this. Done. Karate chop it. Karate chop those thoughts. That's not true anymore. What is true is that I am deserving. For example, let's say you get stuck in the thought of, I'm not prosperous. Hang on a minute. I just caught myself saying I'm not prosperous. I am prosperous. I am prosperous, and my life is transforming now. Karate chop it. My life is transforming now. I am prosperous, and everything is on its way. Everything in my life is out of prosperity. I'm deserving of all abundant things in life. I love myself. I am worthy. I am deserving. And so are you. So is everybody around you. And wish everybody well. Another great way to practice gratitude is if you're out in the supermarket or out in traffic and you're starting to feel cluttered by people or cluttered by traffic, just look around you, take a deep breath, and say, I wish that person love right there. I wish that person love. I wish them love. I wish everyone love. And if somebody gives you an attitude, say it back in your mind. Say, oh man, I wish that person so much love. Most of the time, when we have an attitude that's not of an attitude of gratitude, it's because we're completely stepping the opposite direction of love. Our higher self, our higher energies, God, universal divine energy doesn't judge us. They see us always in the eyes of love. And if we can take that back and bring that back to our heart center, we will start to see our lives transform drastically with incredible, beautiful results. And we'll start to receive the things, the blessings that we've asked for and that we all equally deserve. And so these are little tricks and tips on how to raise your vibration and how to keep yourself in the frequency of receiving the things that you've asked for. It takes some practice, but you can do it. You can do it, especially if you want to. If you really want to, then you will. Then you will. Also, another thing that I've learned this year about grief. Grief has been it's been rough. It's a roller coaster, and I've learned that grief is a lot of unexpressed love, and grief is just love. And a lot of the times when I'm feeling this state of grief and get into the state of a desperation of wanting to be out of it, I just take a deep breath and bring myself present. Say, I only feel like this because I love and because love loves me. And I'm grateful that I'm able to experience grief. Because of grief, I'm able to see the immense intensity of love. And the truth is, I love that I can experience grief. I think it would be awful if I couldn't. And I just welcome that feeling rather than shunning it or closing the door on it. I welcome grief. Thank you, grief, for showing me that grief is love and for helping me. Because without the knowledge that grief is love, I would be torn. I wouldn't know what that feeling is. And so the beautiful thing about life is that there's the ebb and flow of life. It's like the ocean waves that come back and forth, in and out, the sun and the moon together collectively, masculine, feminine energies. It's all the waves of life coming and flourishing together. We cannot have one without the other. We cannot experience one feeling without the other. We need both black and white, black or white, and all the colors in between to mesh together in order for us to have the clarity and the full human experience of life. So I'm turning 45 in less than 2 weeks on January 19th. And thinking back when I was 41 or just turning 41 is when I started the podcast. It's really incredible to see just how much I've grown. I've grown a lot through loss because I've known that now that I've lost is actually gaining. I've gained from losing. And we all have the ability to turn any type of suffering, any type of negativity to something that serves us, which is something positive. With every rejection, there's a redirection. With every mistake, there's clarity. So there are no mistakes because we're getting clarity. And there are no rejections because we're always being redirected. And there's no such thing as failures because we're always starting over again. There are no setbacks, there's only step forwards. Any setback is actually telling you that there's a different way to set forward. And so when we can actually trust this, that the universe is conspiring in our favor, and truly have this unwavering faith in the desires that we believe in the life that we've created in our imagination, if you can really push forward within your dreams and believe in your dreams, then life will actually be a lot more fruitful for everybody and will start to unfold magically and will start to unfold with surprises. And so life is a gift. If you keep seeing life as a gift, whether good or bad, life is still a gift no matter what. And then you will start opening presents for the rest of your life. What type of present does the universe have for me today? What do you have for me today, universe? Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to this gift today. Looking forward to this gift right now and all the gifts that are on their way to me and all of those people around me. Goals with this podcast is to continue interviewing in this alignment. I trust the alignment, the people that come into the podcast, and the information that's given to people is always in perfect alignment. If you've listened to it, if it's touched your heart, if it's reached a part of you and it's helped you, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm definitely following a one of my missions in life. And this mission that I'm on here with the podcast, the mission of bringing people together, of helping raise the vibration, of educating people, also allows me to step forward into my other alignments that I just can't wait and I'm looking forward to do. I'm looking forward to keep teaching research opportunities, looking forward to bringing the deaf community together with music. I'm really looking forward to um, helping my brother's scripts come into fruition to future movies. There's a lot on my plate that am willing to just share with everyone else. And it basically, I know that if it's my dream, it's meant to be my dream. And I know this is true for everyone because we are all here with our own separate dreams and our own separate ambitions. If you dream it, it's your reality. Don't be afraid to dream big because you are big. You are not small. Everybody is big. We are all part of the universe and we're all expanding, just like the universe is. We are all stars and we all shine bright. Don't dim your light for anybody. Keep your light shining bright. Find out what makes you shine bright and go with that light. You are your own path. You can light your own path. And the light, yes, it's always at the end of the tunnel, but it's also always within you, and you are lighting the way. And so I just really love people. I love making people laugh and smile and bringing as much love as I have in my heart. I know that my life path number is 11. And within 11, we're here to give messages to the world. I just found that out on my podcast by interviewing a psychic medium that does numerology. And the reading that she gave me was just so right on point. 11s are here to give messages. And that's always what I felt. I'm here to be a messenger. And so it was really painful for me 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, when I lost my voice from the genetic disease. I lost my voice for 2.5 years and was learning sign language and was wearing hearing aids. I was becoming deaf and mute. And during that time, I was really I was in a lot of pain and really didn't know what my future would be like or my mortality. I had no idea. All I knew is that it was definitely a sign for me to go inward and fall in love with my energy, my soul, and bring my mind, body, soul, spirit together into one. And when I started to experience self love, I started to find the right doctors, I got on the right medications, and my voice came back. And so I'm just forever blessed that I can use my voice again, that I can sing again, and that I can express myself with my voice. And because of that, I do not and will not take it for granted. And I'm here to be a voice for others that don't have a voice. I'm here to have this platform for people that need a platform for them to speak their voice. And the blessings are are pouring down because of it, because I'm able to be in this attitude of gratitude, of being able to speak again. And so just thank you everyone for your support. Really, it's really magical that what it takes is for you to love yourself for things to come into full alignment. So next week I'm going to be having Tina Irwin back on my show. I believe this is her sixth or seventh time on this podcast. Really incredible. She's a metaphysical author of 9 or 10 books, one of those, 9 or 10. And this new book that came out, she also has it on Audible on Amazon, is on psychic children. So I'm really, really feeling hyped up about this interview. I've never met her in person. I know that she's in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm in California, so we're completely across the country from each other, but yet we connect so well. And her details and her explanations about everything that she's gone through metaphysically to be where she's at today, and the things that she knows are just really incredible, enlightening things that are just really helpful, especially for those that are really interested in spirituality and psychics, and also frequency and vibration and feng shui, and praying for those that have crossed over to the other side. So I'm really looking forward to have Tina Irwin back on the show, and everything is a blessing. That's all I keep saying because it really is. And so I just want to say thank you so much for blessing me with this opportunity to speak, for being able to bring this information and have these incredible guests with. There goes again the alarm. And that's just how it is here. And this has been one of the most incredible experiences, really, to even record right now during this time. And I just want to say thank you so much for your opportunity to be here on a Little Less Fear podcast. Wishing everybody love and light. And let's keep this show going. Love you. Let's rock and roll.